Alright, so in this video, guys, I just wanted to I went through my shelf real quick, grabbed some of my favorite Blu-rays, whether it's, because of the release or the actual movie itself, and I just kind of wanted to chat about them for a little bit. I'll let you know my feelings on the movies and, maybe see what other people think. So I'm going to start with my hands down most favorite movie ever made, something I've been watching my entire life, probably watch at least 2 or 3 times a year. I was one of the characters for Halloween, the last 2 Halloweens, and I'll probably do it again this year. That's Jaws. Just in my opinion, the greatest movie ever made. It's Jaws. What else is there to say? The greatest thing, I think I may have said this in my other video, with movies is I think a movie with a good story is something that you'll always remember. But a movie with good characters is something you'll always go back to. And I think what makes Jaws good is that the story is simple. It's nothing extravagant. But the characters in the movie, these 3 guys here, and the actors that portray them, that's what makes me at least come back to the movie over and over and over again. And then the story behind how the movie was made. Spielberg wanted to quit, and the shark wasn't working. Just a lot of errors going into the movie, and the movie should have failed, but it didn't. I still think the greatest thing that happened was when the shark not working forced Spielberg to use the camera as the perspective of the shark, which to me it just makes the movie a lot more tense and thrilling. As opposed to actually seeing the killer, you kind of are the killer in a sense. So I think that actually they lucked out there with the shark not working. It's Jaws. This is the Digibook. I showed it in one of my other videos, just to kind of give you a brief glimpse, though. Let's get all the notes and stuff like that in here. It's pretty cool. Again, it's I know some people have the gripe with it that it started the summer blockbuster, and I can understand that, because if you look at where we are now with some movies and the shit that comes out every summer, I think Jaws might be responsible for that, but when this came out, it was a good movie. If blockbusters were coming out every summer like Jaws, then I don't think anybody would have any complaints. I don't want to harp on one movie too long, so I'm still thinking about doing a completely separate video where I just go real into detail with this movie. Let me know if you want to see it, because I'd love to do it. That's Jaws. If you haven't seen it, then I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. Don't watch any more of my videos until you see it, because I think that's a little more important. Jaws. Next on the list, I'm just kind of going in random order now. I got Zodiac here, which is definitely my most favorite of David Fincher's movies, I'd say. A great performance by Jake Gyllenhaal. Great performance by Robert Downey Jr. before he became, in my honest opinion, kind of a douche and unlikable as the Iron Man character. So it's kind of like a letter here. You got Mark Ruffalo in here as well. He had a pretty good role. I haven't actually seen this probably since I was in college. I know this release here, when I picked it up, it went out of print shortly after, and it was selling for quite a bit of money. But I think they re-released it, so I'm not sure if it's actually worth anything anymore. But this is the 2-disc director's cut. Let's get a good amount of special features here on the back. I don't know if I've checked any of them out. I haven't really popped this in a while. It's kind of a longer movie, so it's hard to just throw it on and sit through it. And it's a pretty heavy movie, but it's good. It's really freaking good. There's the inside for you. I think one thing Fincher does really well, in my opinion, is the atmosphere of movies. He gets you to feel what's going on. It's almost like another dimension in the movie. Seven, you feel like the grittiness, the dirtiness, and here it's kind of like that heavy sense. I don't know. I think Fincher does that really well. That's Zodiac. Next up, I grabbed Warrior. I was so surprised by this movie. I don't like MMA at all. I think, no offense to people that do, I think it's kind of moronic. So I really had no interest in seeing this, but a friend of mine saw it, and he was like, dude, you gotta check it out. And the only real reason I wanted to see it was I do like Tom Hardy. So I found it somewhere online, and I watched it, and I was floored by this movie. Absolutely loved it. So when I saw it on Blu-ray, I had to pick it up. It's just a damn good story. It's emotional. Nick Nolte was really good in the movie too. A little bit longer, but it can be tough to sit through at times just because of the story is real heavy. Get the inside here. This is the Blu-ray DVD digital combo pack. I would recommend it. People like myself that may have been turned off by it because of it being an MMA movie, ignore that. Just go see the movie. It's real good. Next up, we got a documentary here. It's called When You're Strange. It's the story of the Doors. I love the Doors. Probably one of my most favorite bands of all time. I've always said to people, I ask the question. Actually, I'm going to ask the question. Answer it in the comments below. Honestly, I'd like to see what you guys say. So the question is, if you were stuck on a deserted island for the rest of your life, you had everything you need to survive, and you were offered basically one band's discography to listen to for the rest of time, who would that band be? For me, it would be the Doors. I don't know, something about Jim Morrison, the uniqueness of the Doors, or it's kind of jazz, blues, rock. It's kind of got elements of everything in their music. To me, they're awesome, and to be able to do what they did in such a short period of time and leave that kind of an impact on the music world is still crazy to me. But anyways, this documentary basically just goes over the whole history of the Doors and kind of how the band became and what went wrong and all that kind of stuff. And Johnny Depp actually narrates it, which is kind of cool. And you get the inside here. Got a little booklet, or yeah, it's got a booklet in here and a poster. I should hang up that poster. But yeah, anyone who's into music, anyone especially who's into the Doors, I'd highly recommend checking this out because it's really good. I liked it a lot. I actually think I saw it before I bought it. I think I saw it on PBS. I think it was on there or a channel like that. And I only got to see parts of it, but I really liked it. I saw this somewhere pretty cheap, so decided to buy it. Next up, a movie I was really hyped up about, Tree of Life. I really liked Terrence Malick. This movie was good. I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people were kind of watched it like, what the fuck is this? It's something about Terrence Malick's way of telling stories and the cinematography that he incorporates into the movie. I love it. The movie was shot so beautifully, and the acting was good. The story, you kind of got to piece it together, but I liked it. Anyone who's skeptical of this movie, I would recommend checking it out. I think it's worth it. I spent maybe a little bit too much money on it, just because I was really excited for it when it finally came out. When it came to theaters, I couldn't really find anywhere to see it. I wanted to, but I couldn't. This is something I definitely want to watch again. I don't think I've seen it since I actually bought it. But I really enjoyed it. The cinematography, again, I think is what really stood out to me the most in this movie. So it's Tree of Life. Not my favorite Malick film. I think I still prefer The Thin Red Line. But it's really good. Next up, probably my favorite Danny Boyle movie. That's Sunshine. I avoided buying this one for a while because I was reading on Amazon that there was issues with the picture-in-picture I think it was just on PlayStation 3, which is what I used to play my Blu-rays, so I didn't want to deal with that. Finally, after like 2 years, I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to buy it. Worst comes to worst, I'll figure it out afterwards. Had good luck with it. That wasn't an issue. I do enjoy this movie a lot. I like the story. It's well done. I do like Danny Boyle. I wasn't a big fan of Slumdog, but most of his other stuff I enjoy. This one especially. This looks fucking incredible, by the way, on Blu-ray. Just the picture is so sharp. Just really well done, whoever did the transfer and how they did it. I am a big fan of Cillian Murphy, wherever he is on the cover here. I think this is him in the middle. I think he was pretty good in the movie. Yeah, and Chris Evans is in this too. I'm actually becoming a pretty big fan of Chris Evans. I don't know what it is about him. And I know he's going to be quitting acting soon, so I'm very curious to see what he does when he starts directing. I like him as Cap. I really like Snowpiercer, which I'm going to talk about that in another video. But yeah, Sunshine, check it out if you like Danny Boyle. Check it out if you like space movies. Check it out if you like Cillian Murphy or Chris Evans. I'd also say just check it out. It's really good. Next up, I got another movie, Blu-ray. This is Sagar Ross, Innie, I believe is how you say the name, I'm not sure. I don't speak Icelandic. This is actually one of the first Blu-rays I ever picked up. I didn't even know it was out. I'm a huge fan of this band. For anyone who hasn't checked them out, they're kind of like this atmospheric, progressive, or not progressive, like an atmospheric post-rock band out of Iceland. Just really incredible band, the sounds that they have. I saw them in concert 2 years ago, and really just awesome live too. The Blu-ray is cool. Let's see, I'm gonna open it up here. Still got some of the packaging. So you get the Blu-ray disc, and then it comes with 2 discs that are the CD of the concert. It's not necessarily something you'd have to get on Blu-ray. I just did because it was the same cost as the DVD. And I think the Blu-ray came with the CDs of the concert where the DVD didn't. I say that you don't need to get it on Blu-ray because the way it's shot, it's very grainy intentionally. You don't really see much, but the sound, the quality of the sound is incredible. So if you like this band and you haven't checked this out, what are you waiting for? If you've never heard this band, go YouTube them right now. Pick any of their songs and just sit there and listen to it. And let me know what you think, because I think more people need to hear about this band and discover this band, which I feel like most people have by now. They've been around for a while. But yeah, this is a great release. I love it. I'm glad I picked it up when I did. I picked it up before I even started collecting Blu-rays. I was just surprised walking into the store seeing that these guys had something new out, and I just grabbed it. So check this out and let me know what you think. Next up, I'm going to do these 2 together. First one is You're Next. The second one's Cabin in the Woods. I love these movies. I recently have just kind of gone into horror movies more, but these ones I've seen multiple times now. I think what these movies do well, or do the best, is that they're very self-aware of the movie that they're making. They're very smart horror movies. Cabin in the Woods kind of plays on that slasher kind of genre where they follow the rules of a typical slasher film. And You're Next is just a really good home invasion movie with both of them just have real dark comedy. The comedy in You're Next is definitely darker. Some people might not laugh at it, whereas Cabin in the Woods, the comedy is more forward, I would say. But these are both just really good horror movies, just well done. Both of them a lot of fun. I'd recommend them both. Even if you're not a fan of horror movies, check them out. They're not scary, I would say. A little bit gory, especially with You're Next. But, I don't know, check them out. They're fun. Next up, the movie I saw in high school and I absolutely loved it. It's The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Really good performance by Brad Pitt and a really good performance by Casey Affleck. Also, Sam Rockwell's in here, who probably is my most favorite actor. The cinematography in this movie is just, it's absolutely gorgeous. There's so many scenes where it's just, so well done, and just the blacks are so dark, and the wide screen, and I absolutely loved it. And I was a little disappointed when the Killing Them Softly came out, because it's by the same guy who did this, Andrew Dominic, and I was really hoping for it to be better. I liked it, but it just couldn't compare with this. This movie's long, but I would definitely recommend checking it out. It's really good, and it's really beautifully shot. Assassination of Jesse James. Next up, probably my favorite trilogy ever in film. This is the third one, Before Midnight. It's got Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy, directed by Richard Linklater, who is definitely my top 5 favorite directors ever. He's just made so many damn good movies. This trilogy, Boyhood, which if you haven't seen it, you're missing out. Dazed and Confused, which is great. School of Rock, even. Anyways, this trilogy, basically it starts with Before Sunrise, goes to Before Sunset, ends with Before Midnight, and it's just kind of this journey over these people's relationship, and it seems so realistic and so believable, and it's just so well done, written, acted. Just, it's so simple, but leaves such an impact with you. If you haven't seen this trilogy, this is the only one that's available on Blu-ray. The DVDs, I think you can get them both on Amazon, like a little combo pack for like $5 or $6, and then this was like $13, I think. Just pick them up and watch them. I'd love to know what people think of these movies, because really, just they're some of my favorite movies. As a trilogy, I'd have to put them in my top 10, maybe in my top 5. Um, yeah, just go check them out. If you're thinking, oh, it's a little romantic movie, blah, 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 don't think that way. Just go fucking check it out. It's a really damn good movie, really damn good trilogy. Before Midnight, Ethan Hawke's quickly becoming one of my favorite actors. I wish he would just do uh, more movies, really, and less crap, less movies for the paycheck. Because when he does good movies, he's really good. So, Before Midnight, check these out. Check out this whole trilogy, and let me know what you think. Next up, I bought this. It's a Comic-Con, what year? Comic-Con 2013 version of Donnie Darko with the exclusive slip. Haven't unwrapped it yet because I'm not sure if it's going to be worth anything down the road. It's got this cool black Blu-ray case as opposed to the blue one, which is cool. I'm pretty sure it's just the regular version of the film. It's got the original and the director's cut. I've always liked this movie ever since I was in high school. Watched a lot in college. I still have my DVD copy just because, again, I'm not sure if I'm going to open this up yet. But it's something I've been really craving to watch lately. Really have gotten into Jake Gyllenhaal recently, more so than in the past. I don't know. I'm not. Let me know. Should I open it? Should I keep it sealed? I'm not sure. Should I just go out and buy the regular release so I can watch on Blu-ray and keep this as a collector's kind of thing? Let me know what you think I should do with it. Thanks. Next up, another Jake Gyllenhaal movie. End of watch. Didn't expect anything from this movie at all. Saw it at Best Buy a couple months back, and it had the slipcover where a lot of the stuff I was buying didn't. And I was kind of getting into Jake Gyllenhaal at the time, so I figured I'd check it out. Really good movie. The relationship between the two characters, Jake Gyllenhaal's character and Michael Pena's character, is very believable, very real. The way they shot it, the combination of real camera and then handheld stuff. Just a really cool movie. I liked it. Funny, sad. It was kind of a roller coaster of emotions, but really good. Check it out if you haven't seen it. I think it's on Netflix too, so you can check it out on there. Next up, probably my favorite Coen Brothers movie ever is Fargo. This is the remastered edition. I actually haven't gotten a chance to watch it, this version yet. I'd actually watched it, my DVD copy of it, 2 days before I bought this. So I wasn't going to go right back and watch it again. But I love the cover on this. It's like, I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but it looks like it's been knitted. Which is kind of cool. I really want to get a slipcover for this. So if anyone knows where I can find one, let me know. Yeah, definitely my favorite Coen Brother movie, I would say. I actually was thinking about today doing maybe a video with my top 5 favorite Coen Brothers movies. Let me know if you guys want to see that. Fargo, just a really good movie. The actors are really good. The story's great. The way it's shot's awesome. Frances McDormand is great as always. Steve Buscemi really good too. Yeah, check it out if you haven't seen it. I'm sure most people have. This is a movie I'd probably put second on my most favorite movies of all time. It's Good Will Hunting. Being from Boston, I think has something to do with it. I'm not sure how much, but it's just a really good story. The direction was great. Robin Williams' character is fantastic. Matt Damon's good in it too. Even Ben Affleck, all the way down. Everyone that's in this movie did a really good job. I've always really liked it. I probably watched this movie 100 times in college, minimum. I don't know, I love it. It was on TV the other night, and maybe 20 minutes, half an hour in. And I just had to stop everything I was doing and sit down and watch it. Yeah, I would honestly say this might be my second favorite movie ever made after Jaws. Just off the top of my head. Good Will Hunting. Again, it's another one of those movies that if you haven't seen it by now, what are you doing? Just go watch it. Next up, the start of The Reconnaissance. The Lincoln Lawyer. Yeah, I bought this movie before McConaughey kind of was making that comeback. I had heard this is the, I'd heard when I bought it, this was the movie that everyone kind of started to realize, holy shit, this guy can still act. So I saw it at Best Buy, I think, maybe on Black Friday. I was there later at night, and it was like $6 with the slip. I was like, why not? I heard good things. And Matthew McConaughey is kind of a douche. Whatever. I watched it and I was blown away. Ever since watching this movie, I'm so on board with everything Matthew McConaughey has done. True Detective is incredible. Can't wait for Interstellar. Dallas Buyers Club. I know I'm missing a few. Mud. Just what the hell was this guy doing for so long? The way I look at it, I assume, is he got his name out there. He's a good looking dude. Got into those romantic comedies. Made all the money he needed to make. And now he's just going to do the shit he wants to do. I guess I can respect that as long as he keeps doing this stuff and not, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days or whatever the fuck those movies were. So yeah, Lincoln Lawyer. Anyone that was kind of nervous, like, oh, it's Matthew McConaughey, go see it. It's really good. McConaughey's a badass in this movie. Very believable. Really, really cool movie. Highly recommend it. Another movie I definitely would put in my top 10, maybe even top 5, is Moon by Duncan Jones, who is David Bowie's son. I think his actual birth name is Zoe Bowie, so he had to change that. This movie stars my favorite actor, Sam Rockwell, and it's just something I was so excited to see. I didn't know too much about it. The twist is... I don't know, I like the twist. Some people I know didn't, but I enjoyed it. And twist happens so early in the movie that it allows the movie to kind of continue, and it makes sense to me. Just, for the first thing that this guy's ever done, Duncan Jones, to come out with something like this, it's pretty impressive. Yeah, Moon, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. He also did Source Code, which is really good too. And he's doing Warcraft, which I don't have any interest in those games or anything like that, but because Duncan Jones is doing it, and Ben Foster's in it, I'll probably see it. Won't know too much of the lore behind it, but I'll check it out. Yeah, Moon, check it out. It's a story of one guy on the moon mining, and he just wants to go home. He's counting down the days, and then shit happens, and yeah, check it out. It's really fucking good. I also really want to get a slipcover for this, so if anyone knows where I can find one for it, I would greatly appreciate it. Next up, one of my favorite movies I've seen this year. It's Oblivion, with the Target exclusive cover and all that. Comes with like an art book inside. I know it didn't get great reviews. I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan at all, but there's something about this movie that I just really fucking enjoyed it. I've been telling all my friends I need to see it. It's kind of like, to me, a really good modern science fiction movie. I feel like there's not too many out there. Moon was one of them, but I don't know. I liked it. Tom Cruise was Tom Cruise in it, but the movie itself was cool. Check it out if you haven't seen it. I liked it. Or let me know what you think, because I know a lot of people weren't big fans of it. Got pretty average reviews. I don't know. Let me know what you think of it. And lastly on my list, a movie that kind of holds a certain place in my heart, just because of where I was working right out of college, and just felt like life wasn't going anywhere, and I was going to be stuck at this desk for the rest of my life. I bought this movie after the second day of working at that job on DVD, and I watched it almost every night when I got home, and it was the only thing that kept me sane. So when I saw it on Blu-ray, I had to upgrade because I don't know, it's Office Space. I basically working a desk job, 7 o'clock in the morning till 6:30 at night, making shit for money, and just kind of being stuck in a cubicle all day. I was losing my mind, and this movie brought me through it. I mean, it says it right there on the back for you, work sucks. So this is the Fox Connect slipcover. Nothing underneath, it's just, yeah, the regular Blu-ray. Yeah, Office Space is great. Definitely put it in my top favorite movies. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing with yourself? It's really fucking good. Yeah, check it out. If you're working in that shitty job that kind of feels like a dead end, this will help you stay a little more sane, I would say. Yeah, so just wanted to, like I said, do a video. I pulled some random movies off the shelf and just kind of wanted to discuss them. So let me know what you think of my choices. I'd love to discuss some of them in the comment section below. Let your friends know about the channel, subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you like. I'm definitely going to have more coming. Maybe do another one like this, or I got all my criterions too, which I would like to do an overview of those at some point, so let me know if you want to see that. And I got a ton of DVDs too, guys. I don't know if anyone wants to see a DVD collection, but I don't know. I got stuff to show. Just let me know what you want to see. Until next time, guys, it's been fun.